Hello, my friends. Here again we have some mushrooms. Last week we had the turkey tail. This week we have whatever you're going to find a name for it. I don't know what they are, but there's plenty of them. You can see we have them all over the place. In the land of fairies. These are the berries. Anyhow, let's go do some shooting. Back in a minute. Yeah, some more. Growing at the base of this tree. All kinds of little characters. Back in a minute. These guys some more. Sort of a deep kind of a purpley gray color. They're kind of pretty also. Back in a minute. Okay, welcome aboard, my friends. Marcus Lumberton, I think his last name is, but Marcus lost his dominant eye. So he's asking me, how can I shoot with just my weak eye? Well, it's by shooting indirectly, Marcus. Watch. So what I'm doing is closing this eye like it's gone, right? Okay, well, there we go. Okay, Marcus, so listen, what I found is if you have both eyes open and you close this eye, my finger looks like it's over there, right? Close this eye, it's straight on. So what we want to do is if we close this eye, the target seems to be over there, so I put it over here, but now when I shoot and both eyes are open, you can see I'm pointing over that way. So all I'm doing is taking my arrow, and if I see that my arrow was shooting 3 feet to the left, I simply aimed 3 feet to the right. Okay? That's all I did. Now, I'm not used to that. This is the first time I ever tried it. And it's only 10 yards. But there's 2 hits. If you worked on that, you'd get it. Now, I actually had to aim, was aiming right down there, under that fern. That's where my point was. And I hit the target over there. But when I used my my regular eye, and I actually shot away over there by that tree. Okay? So by closing my dominant eye and by using indirect aiming where I knew that the arrow was going to fly to the left, I aimed to the right. We got our hits. That's all I can tell you, Marcus. Give it a try. You'll get it to work. Howard Hill used his weak eye. Have fun, buddy. Okay, my friends. Move back to 20 yards. I don't think anything's more important than relaxing your fingers. I don't know what it is about a camera, but as soon as the camera's on, it's harder to shoot. Anyhow, guys, all the weight has to go onto your fingertips. That's really where I feel the final pressure. Not on my elbow or my arm or my hand or my fingers, but right on my fingertips. And it's when the weight is on my fingertips that I can relax. Remember the radius? How your fingers open on a radius. It's in the pocket here. I relax those fingers, and that little arrow will just start pointing at the target. As long as I hold it on and don't jerk it off or pull it off, I'll do pretty good. It's a big deal. The world is at your fingertips. But you know, you'll get your hits. That's the point. So this is not advice for thumb rings or anything like that. This is for Western style shooting. But it works. Back in a minute. And guys, let's take a couple more shots here. Beautiful day. Just absolutely beautiful. Aim from the anchor. You have to relax those fingers. You know, something that I've been talking about lately is to press forward. I'm almost hesitant to tell you that because I don't want you, if the shoulder is on the left, when we push, we're going to push to the right. Push to the right. You have to be very careful that the push is that way, not that way. So hold it out there, have it extended, keep the pressure on, but be careful not to jerk. This is where the aim is done. All the pressure is on those fingertips. And as you relax your fingers, the radius will make the arrow point in the right direction. Just hold it there like it's in a vise. That'd be good enough. Verse 4 said you should not pull yourself off the line. And I'm also saying we should not push ourselves off the line. And if you do that, you'll get your hits. Back in a minute. Well, my friends, let's take a couple of shots here. Threw that one off. That was my right hand. There, that was good. It's easy to throw one off, I'll tell you. Just turn on a camera. Beauties. Yeah, you know, this right hand means everything. If you can hold that tip on with a bow like this, I can use direct aiming. Not like when I was closing one eye at the beginning and having to shoot away over there because I was shooting over there. So to hit it, I had to aim there. This bow, I'm aiming at it, okay? It's just that I'm not putting the tip on the target. It's on that gap line. And I don't really start or worry about starting there. No matter where you put your feet, no matter how you hold the string, no matter how you bend your knee, it doesn't matter until after you pull. After you pull an inch or two, that's when you put the tip on the target. That's when the aim starts. Not until you actually start to pull and just put it on there. Anyhow, once that's done, it's back to the anchor, and it has to be plugged in, and the arm has to be relaxed. At this point, that's when I can relax my fingers and see where the arrow is pointing. Now, I can't not let go. And this is what screws you up an awful lot, is letting go. So the thing to do is to let the pressure just hang on the fingertips, just barely balanced, and let it go off as gently as you can. That's all you can do. Right? Gentle as you can. And it only happens if the pressure is all on the fingertips. If you are holding it back here or back here, you're just jerking and pulling. You have to relax until it goes right to your fingertips, and then it's a little beep. Anyhow, I guess I've said it enough. But when you do that, you know, you'll get your hits. And take a look at this. See, nice hit, second shot, flicked it off, came back, relaxed, got onto it, and nailed it. Okay? Yes, you can miss if you flick your fingers, just like you just saw, and you can hit if you don't. Back in a minute. And the breeze is coming up, and it's quite comfortable. You know, guys, something that I was just showing you there is how I will lean into it. It's important. I know that everybody's being taught to stand exactly sideways to the target, but if you watch Howard Hill, especially when he was shooting fast, he would bend his knee and lean a little bit, and he was just going bang, you know, so that was really, really something that was important. So that's what you'll see me doing here, is leaning just like I'm reaching out and holding a pole and then pulling a rope against that pole. Gives you a good solid pull. Then if you can just learn to let all the weight go onto your fingers and just relax your fingers until it goes straight. Just stay calm, let go. You'll do okay. Anyhow, here's a couple more shots that worked out okay. You know, so again, lean into it a little bit. Get some power into that bow. It's okay to bend your knee. And we'll be back in a minute. Okay. Yes, and as we leave the magic forest, we find that we've got other kinds of mushrooms growing here. Several more over here. I guess you can see them. Yeah. Isn't that interesting? Ferns and mushrooms. It's almost prehistoric, isn't it? Anyhow, guys, have fun.